I'm just gonna hold as long as I can now. So yeah, you guys have figured out what you're gonna do amongst each other, but you gotta let the brass know, and also, what are you guys gonna do now? Plan.
Manny, did you still want to go talk to your contact as well?
Yes. Sean said that was for later. I don't know if that was something that I could do at this point or if I have to come back.
I mean, it's for if you guys go back into the bazaar area, but if you guys aren't going there, then
There'll still be use in talking to them if we try to figure out why there was a cop in that thing to begin with.
Right.
I could also ask if they have any information on the location that we're getting into, or if there are like some sleeper agents or what else we can know.
It's true. We could go there first.
Yep. You could indeed.
Okay. Yeah, especially with the 5 contact.
The 5, yeah.
Would be pretty helpful.
Yeah. All right.
So deploy on foot, though, probably, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So you'll have to relay that. You could just do that off screen if you want to. That you're going back to that area.
Sure.
Is everyone going down to this meeting, or is anyone staying back? Who's not? Who's not?
Is there merit to these being like simultaneous, like an A and B plot that we launch? Do we recall the thing?
And one of the other things was if Destiny wanted to figure out if there was someone in town who could help her remove the defed from the crab, you could figure that out down in town as well.
Okay.
So there'd be at least 2 things going on there, but.
Or was Declan, were you also implying we could go do a bit of scoping on the scene itself? Is that what you're leading to?
There's also that.
Could do that. You'd be pretty far apart from each other, though.
Yeah, that's kind of a big risk right now.
I mean, we could realistically just quickly follow Manny while he has this conversation. I don't know that there's like a huge need to separate the DFAD from the amp. Like, we could just use the amp.
Mm-hmm. It is big to shit, though,
So, I mean, we could follow Manny, get what information we're going to get, and then launch the recon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would go down, but this is not a big thing. Throw would be looking into ZEV, who that is, because Randy had been contacting the guild, so they have a little bit of an incentive to look into who ZEV might be and what amp drive they're looking for.
Okay.
So it does not have to be a big thing. They're just going to go investigate that while the scene is playing out.
Sure. I do have a brief convo to have with Thoreau on the way there then.
Okay. Is anyone else going aside from Manny and Thoreau?
I'll probably hang out on ship and see if Scar wakes up.
Okay.
I don't know. Should I go see the fortune teller while we're down there?
Oh yeah!
Whoa! I have her name written down, Marla. Or wait, no.
Go get your palm read.
Ramona, fortune teller.
Ramona. Yeah, there's not much else for Allison to do up here.
Okay.
I'll go with Allison. Sounds awesome.
All right, Destiny, you're the only one staying on board with all the rest of the butt boys and butt ladies.
Me and my butt boys and butt ladies and this corpse and the other maybe corpse.
All right. Let's see. Let me just get back to all my ambiance. Let's see. Streets, weights. There we go. All right. So you guys will head back down after setting down somewhere fitting outside of where the bazaar is. You guys don't just land down in the middle of it. Let's see. What's a good one we can do? All right. Yeah, we'll just go back to this one. That one's fine. So you guys will appear back. He's gone. You guys will appear back at the main thoroughfare of the everyone except Destiny here.
I'm dead.
Get rid of her.
Dead for good.
Damn. Nice, Declan.
And yeah. Let's see, Manny, your thing is going to be a few blocks past Ramona's down there on the right is where your contact is said to potentially still be hanging out. If you had any idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know you had a conversation. Throw like would have been making to leave, but you can call them.
All right,
away
yeah,
at this
you guys
point.
can have that. I forgot.
Yeah, basically just whenever Thoreau and I are on our own, Manny would say, so I imagine you might have caught that back there between, God, I forgot his name, Chapel and I.
Your secret project.
He says, not so secret, only from the NEF. There was something on board that those things were trying to get to. And when I talked to Eli about it, he seemed to indicate that he might have an idea of what that is. So I asked Chapel to do some snooping.
And he
He's
found
gonna
a door.
He's going to say he found a door, which I would anticipate, yes, there would be restricted areas on board a vessel that large, but just something about this whole thing is rubbing me the wrong way.
Latour, what do you want?
I want to know if I'm wasting my breath if I would ask you for help finding out what's behind that door.
You're asking me to sign my life away, Manny Latour. What you're considering is high treason in one regard, but to me, it's much more. They would cast me outside, and they would send the Malleus Manufactorum after me. No door, no project is worth that.
Well, I'd have to agree with you there. I wouldn't want to put your life at risk to slake my curiosity.
Put it away.
What kind of nods? Looking straight ahead, it's clearly still on his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, they just
You don't
they
even
don't
have to
care at
roll
this
to
point.
know.
Yeah, they don't care. It's like if you go into this, it's your fucking fault. They're not getting involved.
Yeah. With that, he'll say, my guy is going to be up here on the right.
I'll find you all when I can.
All right.
And they will cut away when the alleyway is leaving Manny to his business.
Where'd you say my guy was in the whereabouts?
Bottom right.
He's around here ish.
All right.
Yep.
That's right. This is my favorite alley right here, right next to Ramona's.
So, and you other two, what do you guys are gonna go to Ramona's Fortunes?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You know the spot. Let's see. Outside, you can tell that the place is sort of just. There's no one in there currently, or at least no customers. It seems pretty empty. No one coming in or out. And it's but it's got a soothing incense smell that's wafting out from the doorway, and beads hanging in the front. Fortunes, it says.
Allison takes a step inside.
Oh, bad move. There was a shotgun trap.
Oh shit!
Oh, wow.
Your
I
foot.
get in the
Damn.
way.
Idiot.
Gonzo.
There was a mine. You didn't check your
Shit.
six.
Yeah, you got to make sure you look for those.
Didn't check for the mine. Bit of a stupid idea there. Right, so you guys have entered Ramona's Fortunes. And the ambience of the marketplace sort of drifts away, and you guys are now. You'll just hear a sort of soft thrumming emanating in the room, and you'll hear a voice call out to you. Ah, welcome.
Hi. You must be Ramona.
Ah, and you must be good at reading signs, just like me.
What exactly is your specialty here?
Oh, any kind of fortune you can think of. Palm reading, star sign alignments, any weird bones, you know.
Okay. There's something I'm looking for here.
Oh,
I'd like to know where I might find it.
step closer.
Yeah,
Take a
she
seat.
does. Yep.
There's a bunch of just really, really, really overstuffed pillows just lying around that you could sit down on. And she's just going to this place generally looks like there's probably some real stuff in here, but there's also a lot of fake dollar store shit. She just seems like that sort. And she's going to sit down in a chair. Actually, Chapel, are you in here too?
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to say, "Are you comfortable?"
I'm just a little man.
Little tiny man.
Oh my god, he's so small.
Here he goes.
Don't fall, Chapel. No.
Oh, catch him!
I get in a fight with a mouse.
Rides away
Mouse
on it.
wins.
Oh, wow.
All right. She'll cross one leg over the other and sit back and sort of move her weird shawl thing she's wearing to the side and say, "What is it you seek?"
Well, you're the fortune teller. Is that something I need to tell you?
Yes, it is. I'm not a psychic.
Okay. What was it that Destiny kept telling people? So that we wouldn't say DFAD specifically. Just like Scion.
God, what was the name of the ship? The Amp.
It's a Novus 2.
Novus 2. That's what it was.
Okay. Allison's gonna say, we're looking for a Novus 2. Seems to be lost out in the desert somewhere.
Ah, a Novus 2. You might have more luck asking the local scrappers and traders than a lowly fortune teller like myself.
Well, if all I really need to know is if it's in my future, right?
Right. By the way, before we start, she's going to lean in. This is 100 credits each for, both of you. You're both adults, so.
God, I don't think I have any resources though.
I mean, you can still roll on no
Roll it.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Or you could try to provoke to haggle.
Yeah, your pockets
Chapel.
are empty.
Oh fuck.
Oh, no.
Chapel's pockets are full of peas.
They're
As a
cold
to-go
again.
snack.
Oh, God.
We're gonna get kicked out of this establishment.
I think so.
You're washing dishes.
So do you have that, or?
I left my wallet outside.
Yeah, we'll be right back with that.
Okay, I'll be waiting here then.
That's amazing.
Let's go back outside. You're penniless. You're penniless bums.
Let's go check out Randy's.
You guys gotta break in and
Oh
steal
my
some
God.
cash.
Take
Yeah,
your
I'm
fucking
gonna
money.
steal from Randy's.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yes. Hold on. Let me.
Fuck him.
God, what if
Oh,
Randy's
God, Randy.
there? What if
Randy's
Randy is there?
It's okay. I'll shoot him.
Oh my
He's not
lord.
there. Randy's
God.
fucking decaying at this point.
We're gonna open up that car door we put him in, and a fully roasted turkey is going to appear.
Like
just gonna be-
Castlevania.
The fucking slime from the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Oh.
You guys enter. The door is about how bad it looked when you left it. Halfway broken. And in fact, it looks like other people may have come in here and made this place even more of a mess.
I have trouble with the door, so I rip it the rest of the way off its hinges and then let her go first.
I'm investigating. I'm looking
Hot
for
damn.
cash.
Okay. The cash drawer has been opened. Well, I mean, it's been opened immediately after you guys left this place. Someone went in here and took it. There's dust probably already forming on it. But you spot something that it seems the random passerby cheapskates did not notice, which is he seems to have a secret compartment, a little mini safe thing built into this back desk over here that you could open up, and you could potentially see some good old stuff. But you'll need to break into it first.
Okay, what is that? Burglary?
Burglary.
Chapel, do you have burglary?
He runs right over.
That'll do it. Actually, it's just a shitty fucking safe built into a thing.
He's
It's
gonna
not
like rotate the combination back a couple times, and then he's just gonna punch a hinge off, and it's gonna open up.
Yeah, this is a safe that you buy that is on TV at 3 a.m. Get the mini safe. That's perfect.
Better safe than
1995.
sorry.
Yeah,
For only
exactly.
19
Yeah.
You bust that thing open.
Allison's gonna say, while we're here, maybe we should make sure that they actually don't know anything about the DFAD.
You want me to burn
this
place down?
No, that would be counterproductive. Does Chapel have investigate?
Yeah, it's one of the main things
Yeah.
I do.
Is it a +3 or +4?
+3.
Okay. Can you just give me like a +1 then, and then I'll roll to see?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Good
Yeah,
roll.
okay.
Yep. Very good roll.
So, what are you looking for?
I'm just looking to see like any leads if they actually know where like the DFAD would be, or anything that they might have on Sharon, since I'm sure that they know quite a bit about like the desert.
Okay. You do find some like old maps that people had made that are like, oh, it's akin to like when cartographers are first making maps of an area that is unfamiliar. Some of them contradict with each other. Some of them are seemingly more accurate than others. You do find that there are some things pointing out towards the more direct west, which seems to be where a lot of the main fighting back when the battle happened here actually occurred, out towards the beachfront, or what used to be the beachfront. And it's just south of Sharon's place. In fact, that map that you see that is in the handouts, that is kind of pointing around towards the X. The X is kind of around where you're gonna be looking for, or at least that's what something indicates.
Okay.
But you can't really be sure that it is a DFAD, but these guys are all about hunting for either suckers or treasure, it seems.
Okay. Allison's gonna say, right. All leading in the same place in the end, and she just pockets that. I'm assuming we have enough money to go see Ramona now.
Yep. You find 400 credits inside that little safe there.
Cool.
A fine
let's-
stack.
Let's go.
All right.
Take note of that so that you know you have 200 credits left when this is done.
Yeah.
You guys leave the likely dead Risky Randy's shop.
Rest in peace, Risky Randy.
We cracked the window.
And we're going to go over to Manny for a moment.
All right.
You are going to be waltzing through the streets, and you're going to find a stall that is out front of a place that looks like it may have used to have been a police station of sorts. But
All right.
the inside has been completely shut up, and there's just this sort of overhang in front of it. And slouched there, sitting at a table, just sort of arms crossed, looking over his meager day's payment of what he's done through whatever it is he does now. And to see a fella who you recognize by the name of Goran Rem, which I'll type out his name. And you know that this dude used to be part of the municipal police service here.
All right. What was his title when he served?
This dude was a oh god, what are they? Not a private eye. What is it? What is the one? Detective. That's what it was. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Detective.
Yeah, Manny will. You said he's outside or he's inside?
He's just sitting. He's inside, or well, there's no inside really. Seemingly, the entire place is closed up except for this like stall that he has outside. He's just kind of sitting there,
Sure.
and he kind of looks up.
Yeah, Manny will approach and he'll sort of wave his robotic hand, and he'll say, "Detective Rem. I don't know if you remember me, Manny Latour, bounty hunter."
Rem, he's grown a 5 o'clock shadow, which he seems to just keep on his face that he didn't have back in the day. He looks way worse for wear, way more lines on his face. And he looks at you and he kind of blinks, almost like he's blinking sleep out of his eyes.
Oh god, is he on stims?
Mator, what was your name?
Manny Latour.
Manny Latour, right.
He's gonna say, turned in a few, God, we'll say, God, I don't know what the fucking term it is if you, like, skip out on your fucking bond.
Just skipping bail or something?
Yeah, there's like a word for it. He'll just say, turned in a few delinquents to you a couple years back. He'll say, it's like things have, fallen on hard times out this way, huh?
Yeah, falling on hard times. You might say that, I guess, yeah.
Listen, detective, I'll cut to the chase. I'm out here on business, and in the process of looking for something, I came across a, well, what appears to be a former officer, clearly identified by the embroidery MSP on his uniform. And I know that you know what that means. What I'm hoping you might also know is why he was seemingly shut inside. Is this a Scion MP? Or we don't know?
No, it, I forgot to outline that. I guess no one really did a, like, lore check on the actual thing itself, but it was, you could tell that it seemed to be originating from here. It was Malta-ish.
Okay. Maybe you could tell me why he was shut inside a local MP, seemingly against his will, possibly after death, leading around with about, say, 40 or 50 others.
He goes completely pale as you say that, and he looks around at the various figures filtering through the streets, and he'll just say, "You had a run-on with... Wait, back up. You busted up one of the Scarabs?"
he's gonna say, had a scuffle with them. Caught one of them open myself. Took another one, what we thought was live, on board.
You took one with you. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? You took one with you. You got a ship?
Yes, sir.
Where's the ship?
He's gonna say, before I tell you that, you've got some answers for me, detective.
You took one of Sharon's drones, man. That's bad shit.
He's gonna say, Sharon's drones.
Yeah, the Scarabs. He sends those things out. They just rove over an area, take over any scavenging parts that they can find, or stuff that other people have found, and bring them back. I mean, I've seen them cart off entire amps that are still functioning. They just overwhelm them, drag them off.
Love the name Scarabs, then. Manny will kind of scrub a thumb over his chin, and he'll say, how do they work? I mean, he's got MSP inside. You know anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that lines up with the stories. People would say that, he puts dead men inside and they drive the things for him, but that's not actually what happens. What it's doing is it's scanning that encoded badge number, the one that's implanted into each one of those, MSP. The units, the things that we used to wear.
Oh. He says, so it takes the badge still implanted inside the officer, responds to that, and then just goes.
Yeah. Make sure there's an organic or something, I guess, adjacent to that on board. I suppose bones and shit doesn't matter to it. Checks the badge, and then it's all good to go. I don't know why the hell they couldn't figure out a way to just get around that, to just rewire it the other way, just make it work on its own, but something about it's hardwired into the system.
Path of least resistance out here in the desert. Sharon doesn't care. Guy's already dusted. Stick him back in his mech and send him out in the sand. Why do you feel like it's an issue that we've got one on board? Do you think they're going to come back for it?
They're all linked to the same network, man. That giant ditch that Sharon has at the top of his place. If you get close enough to, well, you don't even have to get that fucking close. You'll see it pretty far off. It links all of them together. And they're going to know exactly where the fuck that thing is, no matter where it is, even if it's off Colony itself.
He's going to kind of scratch his chin and say, let's say I've got business with Sharon, because I do. Am I giving myself away by walking in with this thing? Or you think I could use it to sneak behind enemy lines?
He'll scratch his chin for a moment. Sneak behind enemy fucking lines.
He says,
I guess if you're wearing the dead man's shit, I guess it would. Yeah, I don't think they do any bioscans until they get them actually in their pen, which is the place where they keep all those things when they go into the fortress. I don't know anything about the place inside, though.
Alright. So the drones go back to the pen.
Just fucking set.
He's gonna kind of
Slap
think
the
I'm going
shit out
through
of you.
my dialogue options here to see what's still highlighted. I think that's mostly. She'll help me get inside a door. He'll say, just trying to think if I've got everything I need out of this.
Does he know of any ways beyond that, or is that kind of the only way in? Like, what's his fortifications look like?
Yeah. He'll say, so the only outstanding question here is what happened to all those MPS? Who else is left beside you?
Who else is left besides me? Man, they're all fucking they left. They're all gone or dead. I mean, most of them are dead. They swept through this fucking place.
He's gonna say,
John pretty much put every other gang under his boot. Well, save for the Rusts and one other. I can't even remember their fucking name now. I obliterated them. They were southeast for a while, but I can't remember.
he'll say, and any of those MPS that would try to hold back against him, what was ever the plan? Is there a weak point they were going after? Or, I mean, I got to imagine the plan wasn't bum rush Sharon over and over again, hoping at one point it worked.
Well, to be honest, he picked them all off pretty effectively. The MSP became sort of like a sheriff's traveling caravan that went through different parts of Malta, trying to establish some semblance of order. You know, give people something to fight with. But Sharon just kept picking at him and picking at him. He knew how to fight him. And that dude didn't even have amps of his own. He just used personnel. They were just crafty. I don't know, man. You can't fight an enemy like that. Not in a big fucking desert like this.
He'll kind of nod his head and he'll say, all right, detective, I think that answers my questions. And he'll kind of look to him and he'll say,
Oh, wait. Now you gotta answer me. You guys didn't park that fucking thing around here, right?
no, it's up in the sky. At least that's my understanding, right? The Lance isn't like landed anywhere, right?
No, it's like hovering nearby though.
Yeah.
Okay. And the ship itself isn't hovering. Where is it? Is it over NEF shit?
He says, it's on board an NEF, but not for much longer. We're sending it back to Sharon.
All right. Listen, man, I'm just kind of skittish. I've heard. You'd hear it from me. He's gonna lean in. I heard that Sharon's gonna try some shit. He's gonna try to make a move on the bazaar. A big one. A lot of people think that those Scarabs are gonna be involved.
Real shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna try to take every business, every person, everything he can get. I mean, Malta's on its way out as it is. I'm sure you've already heard about how this place is falling the fuck apart. But people are still trying to get what gold is left.
It's gonna say, well, maybe you're in luck then. He says, NEF's here, we've got amps and we've got able-bodied soldiers. Maybe I can convince them to help.
NEF's here. They've been here the whole fucking time. They just watch on the sidelines while we tear each other's throats out, man. After that first fight and Scion left, he left us to, I don't know, rob our fucking families to survive. Fuck them.
He's gonna kind of look up in the direction of the Diamond Lance and kind of grimace, and he's gonna say, well, I'm here. And at the very least, maybe I can help you and some people get to safety if need be. Just let me figure this out, all right?
All right, man. You're gonna need some serious shit if you're gonna take on Sharon, dude.
He's gonna say, I am acutely aware of what kind of serious shit I'm gonna need. Thank you, detective. And he'll kiss him on the lips and leave.
What the fuck? Yeah, he'll just look at you, bags under his eyes, and just look back at it. He'll just thunk his head down on his table he's been sitting at.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Alright, well, there's that shit. Back to the fortunes. Alright, so, Ramona's been sitting here, waiting, staring up at the ceiling, basically, until you guys re-enter. And she's
Not a
gonna
lot of business, huh?
She didn't think you were gonna be coming back.
Yes. Oh, you
yeah,
came
she looks over. Oh, you are good for it. Oh, okay.
Way to get our wallet.
Yeah.
Yes, come in.
Anyways, so one reading for me and then one for Chapel.
Okay. That'll be 100 for each.
Perfect. So then I have 200 left.
Yep. She'll take them, and then she'll pocket those very succinctly inside of her giant coat. And
Wilson's gonna say, now, I don't know exactly how any of this works, but I'm about to maybe do something dangerous, and I'd like to know if the spirits or whatever visions you have could help me in my journey.
oh, I see. You're interested in the mysteries of the beyond. Well then, you've come to the right place. So you wish to know if you'll be given good passage on this dangerous journey of yours. Well,
Right, and any, I guess, possible warnings I could heed.
warnings, yes, warnings, of course. I will gaze into the beyond. I will see within your own mind's eye, out into the cosmos, the strands that connect us all. I want you both to breathe in deeply for me and then breathe out at the same time. She inhales. She holds it for a really long time. She exhales. Feel that. Feel the cosmic energy flow through you.
I'm freaking out.
Yes. What's your name again, dear?
Allison?
Allison. I hear laughter arising from a woman's bed. Ooh, she awakens in the night, but just then it stops. In the morning, she tries to speak to someone, but her voice comes out as a whisper. The one she speaks to asks her to speak up. She tries, but she cannot. The laughing beneath her bed happens again, every night, in dreams that become nightmares. Like all the sound of her voice has been stolen and fed to the laughter. At night, she's visited by a floating smile. It offers her a chance to speak once more, but it is not with her own voice that she shall speak. And she just stares at you.
Whose voice is it?
Your mother. Your mother, yes.
Okay. So I need to use my mother's voice?
Heed my wisdom.
Hmm.
And she's going to look to Chapel. And you, what is your name?
Chapel St. Beef?
Chapel, if you have a different question, feel free to ask that.
Oh, yeah. Is the little demon boy gonna kill me?
Voices screaming
Ah!
amidst howls of silence, pleading eyes. A statue made to look like a man sitting on the stump of a tree. His hands are upon his knees, his head is down, and his eyes are missing. Taken from him long ago, along with his mind. He awaits a new mind and new eyes. She just stares at you.
So, like, yes or leaning toward no?
Yes.
What?
No, he won't.
Oh.
Whatever. No, I mean no, he won't. The little man inside your head will not kill you.
No, the little demon boy in the hood and the evil mask who they put on board. He's trying to hunt me down and kill me for something I didn't even do.
Chapel, are you talking about Thoreau? They're not trying to kill you.
No.
Mm.
Yes.
I see a shadowy figure standing on the precipice of a great lake.
Where?
All the fish in the lake are looking towards the figure. They all jump from the lake and attempt to devour the figure. They
Yes.
flounder and perish upon the land, save for one that flew far, its teeth sharp. The figure is split in two, as is the fish.
And
Damn.
where did this figure fall?
Behind the moon.
Oh my god.
Where did this happen? Somewhere nearby? You see it?
Where the sun dares not tread.
Mm-hmm.
Feel the emanation of the cosmos.
So, can you tell me if I'm ever going to get magic powers?
No, you won't.
Oh.
Chapel kicks a pillow.
Yep, put that back.
Fine.
Are there any more answers you seek, my children?
Maybe not one from behind the veil. Do you know anything about Sharon? We keep hearing about him. We don't know much about this area.
She goes very silent and very stiff, and she just kind of looks ahead. Ah, yes, I do know of him. He's a warlord, rather unsavory. His energy can be felt even here.
So influence everywhere then?
Oh, some say that he has eyes and ears and blades around every corner. I don't think it's every corner, but, well, he does have a stranglehold here in Malta. I would not want to see his fortune.
Fair enough. I don't know if I have anything else. What do our auras look like, now that you mention it?
Yours is bright and gleaming, but only at the top of your head. This one, it is tapering, almost as though it's not quite here. It was mostly left somewhere else. I can't quite make out the entirety of it.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I keep my power level low. Check this out. Oh!
And he tightens his fists and he does a power-up pose, like basically what he's doing now, but with closed fists. And he thinks he's powering up.
I see. Ah, yes, that does help your aura to gain some semblance of strength. But it is fleeting still.
He looks nervously at Allison.
Yeah, but it could be
Yeah.
pretty strong if, like, I wasn't sleepy, right? Like on a normal
Allison
day.
just chuckles and she says, "Thank you very much, Ramona. You've really brightened up a sort of bleak day."
Of course, my child, I am here to offer the utmost guidance through the cosmic energies. Tell your friends about me, not that they're going to come to this dust ball.
Yeah, how much business does the fortune teller get here?
Let me tell you, I'm on my way out.
God, she come with us. I fucking dig this character so much.
Allison's gonna say, "Oh, really? On to bigger and better things."
On to things. I don't know if they'll be bigger and better.
Well, maybe I'll see you around.
Maybe. If the cosmos deem it, child.
Oh,
I
shut
walk
up.
out.
Alice says, "If our fates are intertwined," and then she just walks away.
Yeah, she does one of those waves where you just do your fingers in tandem.
Yeah.
Those really long nails. All right, you're out of here.
Yeah, Manny will be outside waiting for you.
He walks in.
With a gun.
Now, what is my fortune?
Both of you, hands up. It was a
Wait,
long
what's
game.
up?
All right, Thoreau, what were you up to again?
Thoreau was trying to recount who ZEV might be. They have a lingering suspicion that it might actually be an acronym, or maybe a group of 3 people, or a name. So they're just going to kind of like pore over that information and try to think of
Okay.
their guild contacts or like what type of information they might already have.
Give me a low. Actually, no. Give me a contacts.
Okay, this is one instance I actually get to use my stunt,
That's true.
referring to guild, so I will do so.
Okay. Let me put on some fucking tunes here. Fucking grass. Shit. So, Zev. Zev is the name of a specific person.
Okay.
They are based on. God, what do I want to do? Do I want to make this? If you're not looking for a specific. You know that the person is not here. There's no Zev here on Malta.
Okay.
And
But they
you
are
don't.
good.
You don't think that anybody other than those two seem to have contact with this person? You can just walking through the streets, just casing the joint. You see no guild insignias, nothing that even alludes to guild presence on this place. But I will give you that those first 3 that you saw, when there was 3 people who were talking with each other, that Manny specifically spoke to. They looked very guild-like, but I would say that you do not find them anymore.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And Zev is. I kind of want you to roll lore for that.
Yeah.
Specific person.
Sure.
But anyone connected to them seems to be keeping a really low profile, or they are potentially dead / unconscious, like in the case of Scarab and
I'm going to use one of my fate points, disgraced member of the Malleus Benefactrum, so the Benefactrum part of that, to say that I might have been briefed on them, or have some information on them. So bump that to a 3.
All right, 3. Let's see. Let me look here. Let me see what I can give you with a 3.
Sure.
You. Okay, you get from the name Zev. It is something that you could run through your banks, and you get a one link back to a group that is called the Nostasi Corporation, which I will put in right here.
Cool.
Now, the Nostasi Corporation is a very, very, very Scion-aligned guild who primarily focus on experimental amp tech and research, as well as production. They're a hugely into making specifically space parts like sealing and stuff like that. Stuff that can assist or reorientation jets, things that you mount on amps that are able to, like if you're in space. I don't know if anybody else knows this. If you're in space, you can't just like turn and be like, "Yeah, I'm turning." No, you need a jet that is going to propel you to turn. So they produce things like that specifically for amps and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's really all you get out of that. You know that there's some link between this person and the Nastasi Corporation.
Okay. Great. Just kind of retracing the steps and passing between all these different stalls. Throw will just take the time to think before eventually arriving outside of Ramona's with the other group.
All right. Everyone's met up.
All right. Yeah, Manny will waste no time relaying what he heard from the detective. He'll just look to Allison and he'll say, "You get what you need from Ramona?"
Well, I got a good time. I also found, and Allison's gonna pull out the map, this at Risky Randy's.
We'll take it. And this, from my understanding, it's a map of what?
It's just a map. It's a bunch of maps actually that all basically with that same map that you guys got from Huck. It just points to the west, direct west, below where Sharon's place is, as being apparently some treasure trove, but it doesn't really outline if there's anything there anymore.
Okay. He'll look up from it and he'll say, "Sure, Randy won't miss this. We got shit coming our way." Talk to the former detective of the MSP. Turns out, sorry, I'm dying. Oh my god. Whew. My lungs just stopped working for a second there. Let's say, turns out the whole lot of them disappeared and are now being used as Sharon's drones. He corroborated that using the drone to get back to Sharon is probably the best way, although it's going to be headed directly to some place called the Pen. So if we don't want to get trapped in there, it might be best that we have some kind of abort plan before we get locked in with the other drones. Otherwise, we're going to be there until they go in search of whatever else they're looking for next. However, it also sounds like Sharon is getting ready to launch an attack on the bazaar. So all of these people, all of these businesses, they are in serious danger. If the NEF, or if we don't do anything to intercede that attack, well, this bazaar is going to look like the rest of that desert out there.
First priority should be finding the VAD. Otherwise, we won't be able to even protect ourselves.
He's going to say, we would have much less to contend with if Sharon was already dusted when we went to look for that DFAD.
You want us to align ourselves with the second party?
He's going to say, I want to see somebody do something about this. Come on, this place, it's a shell of what it was before the war. It's a damn ruin.
It's suffering entropy. That this place falls is a guarantee.
Does it have to be?
Yes.
We've got a warship. We've got amps. We've got soldiers. We're floating in the damn sky doing nothing.
This place offers no tactical advantage, no resources.
It is home to people.
People who can leave.
Yeah, this is kind of what Braxton would always call not our problem.
Agreed.
As I see it, if he's planning an attack on the bazaar, that does leave him weakened.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea, Allison Hendricks. Yeah,
What is
while
the
he attacks the bazaar, we can get in and get the thing we need.
Tell me that's not what you mean.
Would you like to take it up with was his name? Master Sergeant and Lieutenant Shu.
Kind of
Because I know what they're going to say, and
Damn.
it's not to waste time on this.
kind of exhale through his nose, and I'll say, you know, you blues, you soldier types, you look down on people like me because we're bottom feeders of your world. We find the target, we bring it back to you, we collect the money, and we scram. But I know when I'm looking at a fucked up situation, and I know that you know that you're looking at a fucked up situation. Is this what you want to be, Sarge?
Tell you what, Manny, if we can complete our task, I'm sure the higher ups will turn a bit of a blind eye for us doing a little charity work here. But before that, they'll see it as a waste of our time and our resources, and it puts us in physical harm. And to do that without a DFAD, we might even not get our mechs into the air. So let's focus on the task first, and then we can help these people. And if we're quick enough, maybe we can do it before he attacks the bazaar.
He's going to say, yeah, I'm hearing you loud and clear. We get the DFAD, we cut and run, we leave these people to die in the desert.
Now that's not what I said at all. Do you know when he's attacking the bazaar?
He says, you know, he didn't exactly put flyers up.
Great, so we might have time to do both.
He says, I'm going to hold you to that.
Let's go back to the ship.
I got nothing else.
All right. Back to the ship. Actually, speaking of the ship, Destiny, what have you been up to? Or if anything at all?
Really just waiting to see if Skarn wakes up to have a conversation with him.
Okay. I would say, given enough time, yeah, he's probably come somewhat to. They're not really going to announce that, but if you were to pass by, you might see that the door is not completely shut at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine she'd check in after the preparatory work she needed to complete was finished, and she would wheel by, seeing that the door was slightly ajar. Is there anyone in there, like, keeping tabs on him medically?
Yeah, there's we'll say it's one of these medics are in there. The other guy has gone off to get himself a sandwich that's probably gone by now.
Chapel ate it.
The medic will turn and he'll say, this will be the guy that first showed up. He'll just say, oh, yeah, so this guy, he lost a lot of blood. And you can see that Skarn is hooked up to a blood bag that's just being, filtered into him through an IV. And he's just like, yeah, he's not going to be walking for a while either. I mean, you might be able to get him to talk, but he's going to be way out of it. Like I said, the amount of stims in this guy's blood, we basically had to filter the entire thing out first before we could start putting more into him.
I can't say I'm surprised, but see if I can't get anything useful.
Well, he's all yours, I guess. I mean, as much as you're gonna get out of him. And he goes to, like, start cleaning some of his instruments that are just fucking bloody in a sink next to him.
Destiny will roll up beside him. I don't actually think that Destiny met Skarn, so she just knew him by name.
You did not. You did not meet Skarn.
So she'll roll up.
He's just lying there on a bed, on the medical bed thingy that they've got, and he's just posted up with many wires attached to him. But he's still got his mask on, because why not?
I'll say, can you hear me, mate?
He's gonna kind of look to the left. Oh, what the? My sister.
What?
What happened
Sure, I
to
don't
your
look like-
arms?
What about him?
What happened to him?
At the buff now, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, mate, I'm not your sister.
Okay.
I know this might be confusing, but I need to try to get an answer out of you, okay? So, focus.
Where am
You're on a ship.
I? Why am I?
Well, you and your friend tried to con us out of our amps, maybe our lives. Not really sure.
Calling you out of your amp. I do.
Yeah, remember you're baking in the desert? In that metal death trap?
Yeah. Randy was supposed to. Where the fuck is Randy?
Listen to me, mate. When we got to your ship, it had a fake D-Fed attached to it, right? It's got the signal built in.
Yeah. I helped
Yeah.
rig that up myself.
Yeah, who came up with that one? It's pretty tricky.
Yeah, I wasn't the big head honcho for it, but I helped put it together. Sis.
So, who was, huh? Who was the brains?
I don't.
Was it Randy? He didn't seem that smart to me.
No, not Randy. He's so good at talking.
All right. I don't suppose it was Sharon or someone like Sharon. You know who Sharon is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do.
You want a Scooby snack?
Not even for 2 Scooby snacks.
No, not Sharon. He doesn't have time for that shit.
But do you know him?
I get it as you could say. He starts to drift.
She'll kind of lean over and like pat his cheek a little bit. And she'll say, stay with me. Have you ever had a run-in with those MPs out there? The entire fleet.
MP?
Yeah, the dark box.
I know what you're talking about. The Scarabs.
Scarabs, that's right.
Yeah, those things are fucking cool.
Yeah, I bet. I had a fun time cracking into one.
You what?
Yeah, listen, do you ever find that they follow your signal? They look for your special amp?
Yeah, we had a nice little arrangement.
An arrangement with the Scarabs.
No, Scarabs don't talk.
Okay, not with the man who controls the Scarabs.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you had an arrangement with Sharon. These are Sharon Scarabs.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what? They show up when you send the signal?
Yeah.
So that's why you were luring us there.
No.
I'm still trying to figure out. You take us to the amp, right? You take us to the signal, but then what? What's the game? What's the con?
You know, just business.
Yeah, what's the business, mate?
He's just going to point at you.
People.
He's not going to say anything.
Do you trade people?
Trade? No.
Okay. Do you work with Sharon?
You're not going to get a word out of me. Even though he's spoken about as much information as you'd ever need.
Look, why don't you rest? Maybe, close your eyes for a little bit. You feel better. You give me plenty to work with.
This stuff that he's been giving me is it's good stuff.
Yeah, I bet. Just, take it easy, mate.
Bye, sis.
She'll pat him on the shoulder, kind of like, apathetically. And she's gonna turn to the doctor and say, what comes next?
You mean in procedure-wise, or what do you mean?
Is he stable?
Yeah, he's stable now. It'll take some time before he's actually, completely lucid. Wouldn't take anything he said to you as being fact. Yeah, I mean...
I'll take it loosely. Tend to find that, well, it's not all facts. They're a little loose-lipped.
Yeah, definitely inhibits, something inside of him, whatever that is.
I get the idea that this guy is working with someone dangerous, or at least parallel to him. So, when you leave, get some detail here. Make sure he doesn't get up and walk away.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we had him already checked for weapons. He didn't have any on him, but it's probably a good idea.
Just to be safe.
Sure thing.
She'll nod to the gentleman, and she will roll out Autobots.
Get stuck in the door because they didn't accommodate for wheelchairs. It's kind of like a too high of a lip for you to get over.
It's really not inclusive.
Kind of shoves you through.
I fall onto the floor.
And the rest of the gang, y'all can... you guys were headed here anyway, so y'all can show on up if you want to.
Yeah.
I can shove you guys in. I could just say you guys come in through this main thoroughfare thing or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Let me just get your fucking icons. Okay. There we go. All right. So everyone's back. Everyone's together. Everyone has all their good information, and no one is dead yet. So that's all good.
That's good.
Well, except for maybe Scarab.
I'm sorry, was that an expectation?
No, definitely not.
Huh.
No one's covered in a bunch of rat traps at all.
They kept putting more rat traps in the fucking vents. Because people kept hearing sounds up there. All right.
Destiny will greet everyone as they come aboard.
Hey, what's up, guys? What'd you guys find out there? Eli says. All right, good talk. See you guys
Yeah.
later.
I
No,
was gonna leave that
go
up to
ahead.
Manny since he
Yeah.
got most of the information.
Yeah, he's gonna look to he's gonna look to Eli and he's gonna say, probably not much for science, but I feel like I should probably talk to
Lieutenant Charlie.
yeah, thank you. I probably should talk to Lieutenant Jha before we depart.
Well,
Oh.
then I'll kick it off. Pretty sure Skarn is working in some way with the gangs.
With which gangs?
The gang.
With Sharon.
That's right. Called these things Scarabs.
Okay, yeah, that tracks. I swear to my God. Okay, what did he tell you?
I'm not going to call it reliable information. He's still incredibly out of it. But generally, there was some sort of goal by luring people to the amp. And they have a deal worked out with Sharon of some kind. I don't know if it's specific to us. I don't know if it's anyone who happens to come by and they just peel for the parts. I mean, we didn't exactly go advertising that we had amps, so I don't think it was that.
No, but if he's using Scarabs as drones and he needs people and tech, look, it's a bad business either way. Skarn's up, though?
Enough.
Manny's just going to start. I'm not going to take up more time just talking to every single NPC, but I have two things really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stop by Skarn, see he's in the little med area.
Yeah.
So imagine he's not out walking.
Nope.
Where is he?
Tell at gunpoint.
That's just
Up on the top.
Oh, there he is. Perfect.
cafeteria.
He's right where we're going. Manny would duck his head into the room that they've got him there. And kind of disregarding the doctors, he's just going to walk right for Skarn.
Sir, what do you, he's highly medicated right now.
Puts a hand up and he says, "I'll be 2 minutes." And he's just going to grab Skarn's hand and start squeezing it. And he's going to say, "Hey,
Oh, my hands!"
No!
And breaks off.
You're gonna make it.
He's going to say, "Skarn, you got to wake up, buddy."
Is it? Oh, who are you?
He says, "It's me, it's Manny. Look, Sharon's on the move. He's got a big thing planned. Attacking the bazaar. When's he doing that?"
What? What?
He's going to say, "Come on, I know you know something. Think."
Attacking the bazaar? What?
He's going to say,
Why
"With
would
the
he do that?
Scarabs." Oh, God.
Oh, we had a deal.
I don't
There you go.
have a lot of empathy. This is not Manny's wheelhouse.
Oh,
That can't even happen. What the fuck?
Wow, +4. All right.
damn.
No, he doesn't have a
girl.
1, though. That's a 4. That's a 4.
Oh.
I
Oh,
rolled that
okay.
wrong.
That's
Still,
a +4.
That's
Fuck
a
it.
+4.
My pea brain saw an empty box and clicked it, but holy fuck.
Well,
I mean, I'm
critical-
sure he doesn't actually know, but Jesus
It's an
Christ.
important time for Manny to get this.
Yeah.
What does he mean by they had a deal?
Manny wishes upon a star.
Yeah, he does see Skarn in this fever dream that he's calling reality right now. He seems very flabbergasted by the idea that he would be betrayed.
Okay, so he definitely didn't know.
No fucking clue.
All right, I'm going to stop tormenting this man then. He's going to let go and he's going to say, "I don't have the time. Skarn, we're talking when I get back. You got to knock this bullshit off. You still have time to turn your life around."
I'm riding a bike, and he's gonna be like moving his arms and legs back and forth as he's laying there, like he's a dog.
Rosebud.
He drops the fucking snow globe. He's gonna leave without regarding the doctors, and he's gonna go right to the fucking command room
Not
here.
so fast.
Nope.
Fast.
Throw
Throw
is
is
standing
trapped.
in the way.
Right.
I know there's a scene in the down here, but knowing where you're going, they would want to intercede in this.
He's gonna keep walking towards Thoreau, and he's just gonna say, "What are you doing, Thoreau?"
I'm talking to you. Will you listen?
He's gonna say, "You got 2 minutes."
Saving Malta is not as easy as taking a life or saying the right words. This station, like all artificial systems, relies on a complex web of economics and social relationships. The study of those relationships is Amaliot's purpose. My opinion is not personal, it is referential. Malta is already gone. It died 2 years ago.
He's gonna kind of look down at his not so phantom limb, and he's gonna say, "Why do we even have militaries if we're not defending anything?"
They will just look at you and say, protect what's coming next.
He's gonna say, "Maybe I just need to hear it for myself. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna tell them about the attack. They're gonna say they already knew about it and they're not doing anything about it. Right?"
You will lose hope, Manuel Latour.
No.
And that is important to you. And this will throw it away.
He's gonna say, "I'm not so fragile like that. Maybe I can find the words. Maybe I can get through to Lieutenant Jha."
No. That's pride talking. Arrogance. The belief that one man can make a difference. Maybe in the right place in the right time. Now is neither.
He's gonna kind of exhale and he's gonna say, "I'm hearing you, Thoreau. But you gotta let me shoot my shot, okay? If I do nothing, then I'm condemning them to die here."
They start moving away from you. They said what they were going to say.
He will go forward, kicks the door open,
Yeah.
throws a grenade inside.
Shouting showdown.
Stopped him.
I stole your grenade pin. It explodes in your hand.
He throws a grenade and then he turns and says, "Oh, why would you do that?"
Oh shit.
Excuse me, little demon boy. I just discovered cooked peas, and I'm gonna treat myself tonight.
Thoreau's going to try rolling empathy just to try and understand what that means. Right.
It seems Chapel's just discovered cooked peas, and he is going to treat himself.
Jesus.
Thoreau thought that was Scion code, but just like nods, understanding that it isn't. It's just Chapel being Chapel.
Just really excited. You can hear him unwrapping some peas noisily.
Just boring in them, not even on the pot. It's a fucking mess in there. He's gonna, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, Manny will. I don't know what the protocol is for entering, but he does that.
Okay.
You
Is
don't.
everyone- is it just Manny going to the bridge, or?
I don't know enough about the situation yet. Realistically, Destiny would look to Allison as Manny stormed off, and she'd say, "What's that all about?"
What's the question?
She's just asking why Manny stormed off in a huff.
Oh, Allison's gonna kind of roll her eyes, I guess, and say, oh, he's trying to save the planet, I guess.
Is there something wrong with the planet? Is it gonna explode?
No, Sean is apparently going to attack the bazaar, and he wants
Oh.
us to protect it.
Oh.
So I told him to ask the higher-ups about it.
Alright. She seems slightly confused. Like she's processing the information.
What would your stance happen to be on that?
It's complicated, I guess, but I mean, realistically, if Sharon takes this place over, the blue would just pull out. They'd be left here. So, lots of people would die.
Yeah, and would want to avoid that, but our lives are at stake if we don't complete our mission.
Are they, though?
Allison just sort of snorts and says, I've already butted heads about what we're doing here, and what seems to some people be a lack of well-spent time. I don't think we'll have much of a future if we continue on like this.
I got it. She'll touch her nose and say, you don't want to get in trouble with the higher-ups. Because you got big places to go, right?
I just think more power comes when you can actually do your job.
Well, there isn't any power in leaving those people to die. Just my fault.
There isn't any power if they don't let us take our mechs off the ship.
I mean, I could always build a new one.
If I could just butt in real quick, you guys are part of Seed. Like, we're not like, we're not built for that kind of stuff. At least, not right now. We're, science and engineering of amps.
I mean, we don't have to fight, mate, but we could at least call for an evacuation.
Yeah, but that's kind of what that sounded like. I don't know.
Hey, Eli, shut up. Allison Hendricks, do you want me...
He eats a spoonful of peas from a warm bowl he has.
Or do you want me to get in the big ol' amp and go sniff around?
So you want to get into Sharon's place already? Is that what you're asking?
He's asking. I'm checking in on the mission. I don't know what part of that was funny.
Want to get a
Was it
big
the
ant.
Yep. Yep.
Allison's gonna say, let's put that on hold for a second. I think we should get everyone on the same page as to what's happening first.
Oh, okay. Hey, get on the same page.
He yells at Destiny.
Yeah,
Don't.
I think I will. I'm
Roll provoke.
gonna go see what's going on in the cabin.
A roll provoke. Come
Uh,
on. It's one time tonight.
Allison's gonna keep going and say,
Oh, God.
I don't think asking for an evacuation is a bad idea. I do think that if we attack Sharon head on and not defend the bazaar, we have a better chance of stopping the
See, that's what
Scarab.
I'm saying. Manny's an idealistic guy. He's gonna want to go in guns blazing. I mean, you see the mech I built for him. I can at least give him some common sense.
This isn't a warship, by the way.
Eli, honey, keep it down.
Well, we deploy amps. We don't have. I mean, we have guns. We don't have that many guns, though.
Oh, I
Eli,
mean, Allison Hendricks, you want me to go kill Sharon?
Oh no,
What,
let's
what I'm in
not.
there?
Let's figure out what we're doing first, and then I'll tell you what I want.
All right, because I'll do it. I'm kind of the best at hunting targets and eliminating them.
I trust
Doesn't
you.
he
I just don't
coming out?
want to put you in danger if I don't have to. Allison's gonna go too.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm just staying here waiting for everybody now.
No, I'll just stand next to Thoreau eating peas.
Great. Okay.
It's a gross image.
In the time before they show up, Manny would have waddled in.
All right. So do you mean you want to have a talk before they get there?
Yes,
Yeah,
ideally.
he's
Before
got a head
Allison
start.
comes and yells at me and I have to leave.
There's an unexplained animation error where Manny is like 4'5" in the door, and then he's back to his normal height in the scene following.
Bigger Manny.
Oh man, he's real.
Big, yeah.
Dude, this guy's getting fucking Cheeto dust all over everything.
He really is. He's decided to take his break in this room.
Yeah.
I can't really tell him no.
Yeah. So as you walk in, as of course, teacher's pet Roland is in there as well. He's not speaking to her at this moment. She seems to be just going over diagnostics, but he's, it looks like he's standing around, fucking just waiting to actually be a nuisance.
Yeah, Manny will come in and he'll. I assume that he can't just walk in, or if they
You
can.
can just walk in. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
there's guards, but they'll check you. They're not going to be like,
Yeah.
fucking stay out.
He solves their 3 riddles. He walks in and he says, "Lieutenant Ja, a word, please."
Mr. Latour, what do you want to speak about?
He'll say, "I have some very troubling news from the bazaar.
She'll kind of tilt her head. Go on.
It would seem that Sharon is preparing to launch an attack on the bazaar."
She's going to shift her eyes over to Roland, who will look at you, Manny, and then shift his eyes over to her, and she'll look back at you and go, "And is this information confirmed by anyone? Do you have a source?"
He'll say, "Yes." God, I'm scrolling up looking for his name. Fuck. Goran. I'll say, Detective Goran Rem of, formerly the MSP, as it were. He seems to be the last remaining member. The rest are, that machine that we brought back, the rest of them have been used to pilot those. Posthumously, they're thrown into the machines that read their badges, and then Sharon's able to jack a signal and make them go where he wants them to go. Where he wants them to go is right down there at the bazaar. Reduce it to rubble. Probably take everything that's worth value and just make a little bit more desert. That means that everybody down there, they're in immediate danger.
I see.
He's going to
Mr.
say,
Latour,
yeah, go ahead.
your concern is noted, but we just are not equipped for that sort of thing.
He's going to say, and what are we equipped for? Can we evacuate? Can we call for reinforcements?
We can get the DFAD.
If you see this beautiful thing, please kill it. He's going to kind of look down at his hand again, and he's going to say, look, I am not a stranger to fighting for the military, and I'm not a stranger to doing something because it's what I'm being told to do and not because it's right. I know that I'm here as hired muscle, and I'm here to get you
your DFAD and collect my paycheck and leave. But
Yeah, you are.
he's gonna look to Steinrich and bite his tongue, and he's gonna say,
Ow, don't bite my tongue.
"Don't bite
Don't
my
ever
tongue."
bite my tongue out.
Yeah. He's gonna say, "I also know the good ones from the ones that are just doing it for station, or for power, or for money, or for whatever else. And I think that you're one of the good ones. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe when we go to get that DFAD, you can see what resources you have and see if you can't help those people. You know, New Earth gets a lot of shit, but I mean, they can do a lot of good too. Just don't do nothing, please." And we'll see if this warms her heart at all.
Ha!
With a fucking 1. I hate playing Fate. This is the worst thing ever.
If you do
Leave.
this aerobics course, acrobatics course, then maybe I'll believe you.
Athletics check. Oh fuck.
I can't remember. I always keep mixing this up. Is this the one that I just created a challenge for, or is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which could
Okay.
be, and don't feel bad if it's incredibly steep, since this is quite
It's
a
fine.
bit he's asking of a
It's
general.
a shit roll. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because I keep forgetting which one that I would use a will for or not. I was
Yeah,
mixing up
provoke.
with,
Just provoke.
Provokes will.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
It's hard to give words to the feeling that persuasion in D&D and rapport and Fate give. It's just sort of like playing a Fallout game and you just sort of hit the good speech thing and the game's just like, yeah, that was good speech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to be standing there. She's going to have her hands folded behind her, which is very common for her, as anyone who's the captain of a ship loves assuming that kind of stance, sort of wide-legged, hands folded behind back kind of thing. And she'll just look at you, and she has a kind of sadness in her eyes, and she'll, for a moment, she'll just say, "Mr. Latour, I have been on multiple tours as well. I'm sure I've seen things similar to what you've experienced in your time in the Corps. But I am still in the Corps. I have understood through various encounters, missions, assignments, that those must come first. We have been assigned something that is much bigger than you or I, and neither of us can pretend to understand what we might do if we are successful in our mission. We might help more people than we ever thought possible by retrieving this DFAD we need. If we can help those people in some way after our mission is completed, perhaps. But I'm not, as I told you when you first entered this ship, going to put my or any of my crew's life in the line of fire."
He'll nod and he'll say, "Thank you for your time, Lieutenant." And he will turn to leave, probably running into the others as they come in, expecting him to be fighting this lady.
Yeah, Heron comes in.
I wheel over his foot.
Ah!
No.
Every time!
There's always a really loud crunching sound.
Like the fucking third time this has happened today. I know you see me!
It's a delicious sound. They want to hear it every time.
He runs over his foot with like the sound of when you drop a tray.
Destiny
everyone
will
is
look
here.
up at Manny as we bump in at the door.
Yeah, he'll look kind of surprised to see his entire class is here.
Wow, bad empathy roll.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Uh,
Deceive me, bitch.
you probably won't.
No.
We stare blankly at each other.
Wonderful.
Wait,
You
let me get it on the.
You get the vague idea of sadness, and once again we have a dynamic empathy roll here.
Mm-hmm. You don't really need to roll probably for
There.
anything specific. Yeah, I mean he's about what he expected. He knew Thoreau was right.
By the way, Manny, as everyone comes in, Roland is going to speak up at that moment, and he's going to say, "Yeah, there's really no reason for us to be wasting more resources. You got a mission from Lakes, and besides, you got a assignment to fulfill, don't you?"
Oh, what a piece of shit.
Jesus, I want to punch this guy so bad. He's just gonna look up and he's gonna say, "Yeah, I guess I do."
I don't know what you guys were talking about before we came in, but get the idea Roland peed his pants recently?
Come on!
Is this
Come
it?
on!
It's a little bit better than usual. It's true.
Come on!
Is this it?
It's the cliffhanger.
I'm gonna kill myself!
I wanted him to at least have to look, like he had to look down and check.
That's what a tie would have gotten you.
That's what a tie would have gotten. A tie would have gotten you a fly check.
Use the fate point.
I'm not going to. I have a very important mission coming up, and I need these.
You did not get killed.
Yeah, he'll just give you a middle finger at that.
Chapel
which,
gets offended.
To which Lieutenant just says, "Master Sergeant." What? He's a fucking. All right.
I lean over to Manny.
You got in trouble.
Manny can't help but fucking smile at that.
Oh.
But it'll fade quick as he'll look to Alice and it'll say, "I got nothing left for you, Sergeant, or your troops."
So you probably your character probably told Allison already what was going on with Sharon, but I did have a question about you mentioned something about the Scarab going into the camp and then
Yes.
going into a pen. What does that mean?
What he was elaborating is that they have to return, they will automatically return to a place called the Pen.
It's a storage place for these scarabs.
That's what I heard from the detective.
So we either have to escape there, which may be difficult, or in between transit from being through the gate and towards the pen.
Manny's advice was if we don't want Chapel or Manny or whoever else is in the machine to get trapped in the pen and then thus have to either fight every single scarab or wait until the next time that they're deployed to escape, that they should probably try to bail before they get into the pen.
Okay. Do we know Allison's gonna look to Destiny and say, you were talking with that bloodied person. What was his name?
It's Scarab.
Okay. Did he illuminate anything for you about Sharon?
Just that he's a bad guy and that he's working with him to some degree. Probably the same way most people are.
Okay, well, I guess it doesn't make sense then to have the Scarab bring that machine back in.
Oh, no, it sounds like a way into the complex.
I mean, it might make sense if the Scarab drags the Crabinator back.
Maybe we should drop the Scarab a bit off. Or drop the amp a bit off, and then when some other Scarabs come to pick it up, Chapel can blend in.
If Manny Latour wishes to follow, He could hide within the amp itself. Be carried along with it.
Yeah, road trip.
Manny, I'm not at that.
Did you find out anything else about Sharon and the DFAD? There
Who's
may be
Sharon?
a location south of Sharon.
Who's she talking to?
Destiny, but just in general to the group.
Destiny will say, I've given you about all the information I have, based on what I've seen.
It would be best to make the device simpler for those two to handle. Something they could carry and search the compound once they're inside.
We definitely need a way to get in contact with them, in case things go wrong.
You have a transponder, don't you, Allison Hendricks?
I do.
I would suggest giving it to Manny Latour.
That's what I was thinking. I'll show you, Manny, how to set it up.
I'll say, sounds like a good plan.
And he had an idea. If you do manage to find a DFAD, and along the way you find out what's controlling the Scarabs, 2 birds, 1 stone.
I don't hate it.
Great.
Just hate you.
Yeah,
Allison kicks him.
we better be on the lookout for the necromancer controlling the skeleton warriors, because the skeleton warriors control the robots, but who controls the skeleton warriors? The necromancer.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I think that's our plan then.
No one knows how to respond to fucking Beef.
They don't want to condescend him, but they're just like,
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Everyone stares at each other for a straight minute.
It's just this ensign over here just enters the code, and this front window opens, throwing all of them into space.
So yeah, I mean, in terms of priorities of what we actually need to work on, Destiny would need to retool the device so that they could search for the DFAD.
Mm-hmm.
And then beyond that, it's just making sure that Chapel's set inside this MP, and that we can get Manny inside the amp.
Yep.
Is there anything else we can think of now that we should plan?
I do think Allison's going to sit in her amp from a distance.
You guys will have time to plan this next session as well, obviously.
Great. Okay,
Okay.
I appreciate that.
I'm not just going to say, like, okay, you guys did all that, right? Now you guys are in the docking bay. Like, you guys
Yeah.
can have this continue next time.
Yeah, I would love to actually get eyes on the structure and kind of get a plan together. So that's
Just, like,
great.
scout it out. We could draw on a map and figure out where we want people to go.
Yeah, especially if things go bad, or even if we want to recover the DFAD.
Yeah.
Great.
Got a lot of info, so I'm very impressed.
Great.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for this campaign, everybody.
Oh wow.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, as everyone starts breaking and moving out of the bridge, Chapel goes and get my closing music ready. Whatever closing music is here.
Okay. Got it.
T notices something on the floor,
That was gonna be
and he sets his bowl of peas on the counter, but the edge is it's too close over the edge, and so it just tumbles over and spills the rest of his peas on the floor. He goes,
Oh man. Well, you guys know how it is with peas.
and then he shrugs.
I have to know. We can't leave it like this.
We'll never know.
Yeah. Yep.
You never know with bees.